Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. The Steam Winter Sale is officially live, and with that, tons and tons of great deals. Gonna be looking at deals under the price of $3. A lot of stuff that I've recommended in the past. You guys know how it is. There's only so much stuff that I've played on the Steam store, but there's stuff that is at great prices. Now, this is under $3. I do plan on doing a video of games under the price of $2 because there's actually quite a lot of good stuff, and we'll probably hit under 5, under 10, as much as I can get through as we are in this holiday season. But let's get right into it. One deal that really stuck out to me right away, Shadow Warrior 2 is 90% off for $3. This is a fantastic deal for an over-the-top, fast-paced action FPS. The game is gory, it's bloody as all hell, but it is a ton of fun. I think if you want something a bit over the top, again, really gruesome, really bloody, violent as all hell, you're going to have a really good time with Shadow Warrior 2. It's not a game that you're going to take super seriously from a narrative standpoint, but overall, I think you're going to enjoy it quite a bit. $3 for that, I thought was a no-brainer for a recommendation. Next up, Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut. This is one of my favorite RPGs, probably of all time. I love Deus Ex Human Revolution. I've completed it an absurd amount of times. I've completed it on PlayStation 3, which that version left a lot to be desired, but the PC version runs pretty darn well, and the Director's Cut also includes the Missing Link DLC. It includes some other bonus content as well. I actually like the stuff they added with this, but it's not like revolutionary to the game or anything like that. But the game itself is really good, narratively incredibly strong, a awesome main character, and a lot of ways to tackle the game. You can take the more silent, stealthy approach. You can play the game more guns blazing, although I wouldn't really recommend that. I would stay, somewhere more so in the silent approach. Like, you can go action heavy if you do want at times, but I think you're going to find a much more satisfying experience if you do kick back and, take your time with the game. I think you'll have a really good time with it overall. So definitely go check out Deus Ex Human Revolution if you have yet to. Next up, another easy recommendation. We have Dishonored, 75% off for $2.49. This is a game that has just aged tremendously well, in the sense that the art style it employed back all the way back in 2012, it had a darker vibe to it, but it's just aged really well. I'm not going to say it was a technical masterclass by any stretch of the imagination, but it still looks pretty solid. I like the look and the vibe of the game overall. This is another game, much like Deus Ex Human Revolution. You can play it a plethora of different ways, but I would definitely say you want to take the silent, more stealthy approach, and that's how you're going to get a more satisfying experience out of the game. $2.49, great price for it, and would give that a strong recommendation as well. Next up, we have The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings Enhanced Edition, 85% off for $3. Obviously, Witcher very much in the news right now, with The Witcher 3's upgrade just dropping, but if you want to go back and play Witcher 2, I think this game still holds up really well. Now, you might be asking, why don't you recommend Witcher 1 as well? The issue with Witcher 1 is that that's a game that really shows its age. Like, that's a game that, there's a reason why they're remaking it, and I think it's for the best. It came out back in 2007. And at the time, it was a very well-received RPG, but I think if you go back and play it now, you're just going to be a little bit turned off by the whole franchise. If you think you can make it through Witcher 1, 2, and 3, I would strongly recommend it. Like, narratively, Witcher 1's still great, but it's just from a gameplay standpoint, I think some of you guys will be off-put by it. Witcher 2 is not as good as Witcher 3, but it still holds up pretty nicely, and I think ultimately, a lot of you guys will still end up really enjoying the game. For $3, this is really a no-brainer, and I think a lot of you will end up really digging it. Next up, another game that's a classic and a must-have for PC owners, Fallout New Vegas, 75% off for $2.49. Ultimately, I would recommend you to pick up Fallout New Vegas, the Ultimate Edition, 75% off for $4.99. If you just want the base game, that's fine. The Ultimate Edition does include all the bonus content, so it's probably something you want to have a look at. Fallout New Vegas has been kind of looked back at as a lot of people's favorite Fallout title, developed by Obsidian. They're obviously owned by Microsoft now. And this game was still published by Bethesda, and Bethesda's now owned by Microsoft as well, so kind of funny how that all came together. Nonetheless, Obsidian did a tremendous job with this game, and, it's a game that took a lot of what worked in Fallout 3, just parlayed that into New Vegas, and it still turned out really well. Great setting, great narrative. Yes, it shows its age, it's 12 years old, but it's still a classic that I think for this price, any PC library should really have it. Next up, Just Cause 3, 85% off for $3. Man, I could talk about Just Cause 3 for like an hour with my memories of this game when it initially came out back in 2015. an abomination of a PC port. Like, we're talking Batman Arkham Knight. You know, 2015, you could go back and forth. Was Just Cause 3 worse or was Batman Arkham Knight worse? But the thing is, now all these years later, both games are pretty damn good on PC. Just Cause 3 is a fun game, man. If you want a no-nonsense open-world action-adventure title that you don't have to take seriously, you're not going to get emotionally invested into the story and the, I don't know, trials and tribulations of one Rico Rodriguez. What you're gonna get into is jumping into a crazy open world, creating wild explosions, utilizing your grappling hooks, killing bad guys. It's a lot of fun, but it's a game that you mentally kind of check out of, and, you know, you're not gonna get too engrossed into the world, let's say. But $3 for Just Cause 3, I think, is excellent, and would definitely give that a shout. Next up, a game that if you're looking for a co-op title, this is a must-buy, and that is Castle Crashers. 80% off for $3. An absolute classic by the behemoth, and a game that still holds up so well in terms of the fact that even a decade later, it really has not lost that fun factor. It's a game you can still jump into. Mind you, I highly, highly recommend you play this game with friends because solo Castle Crashers just ain't it. But when you have a group of friends playing Castle Crashers together, it's just such a fun time, man. And it's still got that great, charming art style. There's a reason why there's 71,000 Steam user reviews. Excuse me, 96% of those reviews are positive for an overwhelmingly positive reception. It's just a great, classic action beat 'em up, I guess you would call it. Very, very cartoony, and the art style again holds up pretty strongly. $3, great deal on that. Next up, Sleeping Dogs, the Definitive Edition, $3 on this. This includes the base game along with all of the available DLC, so you're getting a ton of content for this game. It's more of a contained open world, which I think for this game works out a lot better because it does have a bigger focus on its narrative and its hand-to-hand combat, and that works in a smaller scaled open world. Still has a sizable amount of content and a great main character. Unfortunately, this is a game that I highly doubt we're ever going to see a sequel on, so that's a little bit of a bummer, but hey, why not go back and play Sleeping Dogs? For $3, this is a no-brainer and a easy recommendation here for a great action-adventure open-world title. Great crime story as well here. Next up, gotta give a shout to one of those games, you know, that I always give a shout to during these sales, Enslaved Odyssey to the West, 85% off for $3. You know, this is a game that I played not too long ago, and, you know, I was kind of reminded that this game came out this game initially actually came out 12 years ago on 360 and PS3. And it absolutely shows its age. Wonky camera angles at times, some not so polished gameplay, but overall, I still had so much fun with this game. It's got such a vibrant world. For a post-apocalyptic title, this game has such a colorful and vibrant world. The story is pretty interesting, although it does kind of collapse towards the end, and the ending wasn't that satisfying, but overall, I would still say it's a solid game, and again, you're paying $3 for it, so no-brainer here. And lastly, gotta give a shout to Supergiant Games' Bastion. Obviously, Supergiant these days, most known for their work on Hades. Hades 2 is on the horizon as well, but Bastion was a tremendous game, another game with a gorgeous art style that has just aged so well and still looks fantastic today. A great narrator as well, which is one of the bigger aspects of Bastion. The narration is excellent. The gameplay, you know, it's not completely blow away by 2022 standards, but it's still fine, and it's got a great soundtrack to boot for $3. No-brainer here as well. Supergiant Games' really breakout title. I believe this was their debut game as well, so Bastion, easy recommendation for $3. And that is going to do it for me. Again, a ton of great deals under the price of $3. Really can't go wrong with these, as they are super cheap, and, you know, for a lot of them, they're still going to offer you a plethora of content to delve into. But that'll do it for me. Links to everything, as always, in the description box below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.